Microsoft's AI boss just said that every white collar job will be automated in the next 18 months. And honestly, if you're just an analyst who can just pull data and update dashboards, he might be right about you, but not for the reason that you think. So stay with me. So, Microsoft's AI boss, Mustafa Suleyman, just went on camera and said that AI will replace most white collar jobs in the next 12 to 18 months. Not 5 years, not a decade, 18 months. He said, and I quote, that AI will achieve human level performance on most, if not all, professional tasks, lawyers, accountants, project managers, etc. And yes, data analysts. Now, if you're watching this and you're in the middle of learning SQL, or you just finished a boot camp, or you're just thinking about pivoting into the field of data, I know what just went through your head. Should I even bother anymore? And that's exactly what we're going to answer in this video, because here's what Suleiman did not tell you. The data analyst role isn't dying, the level 1 data analyst role is dying, and there's a massive difference. I'm going to break down exactly what he said, what the data actually shows, and the exact framework that separates analysts who are getting replaced by AI and those who are going to get promoted. So let's get into it. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Kadisha. I am a data career coach, and I have helped well over 1,000 professionals pivot into high earning data careers without going back to school, landing jobs at Microsoft, PhData, University of Texas, and more. Teachers, truck drivers, whatever. And I don't teach this stuff from a textbook. 6 years ago, I was just making $15 an hour working in a warehouse and delivering pizzas. I use the exact framework that I'm about to share with you to go from that to earning six-figure roles in data analytics and teaching my students how to do the same. So when you see a headline like this, do not panic. I read it strategically because headlines like this are designed to do one thing: generate fear. And fear is the enemy of strategy. So let's be real for a second. Suleiman works for Microsoft. His entire job is to make you believe AI is the most important thing on the planet right now. That's not a conspiracy, that is just business. And the more scared companies are, the more they're willing to buy Microsoft products. And the more scared you are, the more you will click on the headlines like this and believe the hype cycle. And understanding that is the first skill of a strategic analyst, knowing who benefits from the narrative. Now here's what Suleiman didn't mention in that interview, and I have the receipts. Number one, an MIT study found that 95% of enterprise AI implementations had zero measurable impact on profit and loss. 95%. Companies are spending billions on AI, and most of them can't even prove it's working right now. Number two, a PwC report found that 55% of CEOs, the people actually running these companies, saw no benefits from deploying AI tools, more than half. And number three, researchers have found that so-called AI-driven layoffs in the past year, all of those are actually just companies with poor business performances that blamed it all on AI to save face. It's called AI washing. They're not replacing you with robots or anything like that. They're just using the robot narrative to cover bad management and just bad spending. So when someone tells you that AI is replacing every white collar job in the next 18 months, ask yourself, where's the proof? Because the data, the actual data, will tell you a different story. Now here's what I see in the real world. Coaching people every day. Companies are still hiring data analysts. Right now, there are thousands of data analyst positions open in the United States. That includes analytics engineers, BI engineers, product analysts, and more. These aren't disappearing anytime soon. They are evolving. And the people who understand that revolution are the ones that are getting hired. Here's a strategic read on this headline. Suleiman said AI can perform most professional tasks, not jobs. That's a critical difference. A task is just pulling data. A task is just writing a line of code. A task is maybe, building a simple chart. Yes, AI can do those things, but a job is understanding, hey, why did sales drop 30% in the Northeast last quarter while every other region stayed flat? A job is sitting in a room with a VP and saying, here's what the data says, here's what I recommend, and here's a risk if we don't act. AI doesn't do any of that. You do. So I'll show you how the framework works that will make this crystal clear. I want to introduce you to something that I call the Analyst Value Ladder. This is a framework that tells you exactly where you stand in the market and whether or not AI is actually a threat to you or not. There's going to be 5 levels. Level 1, the reporter. You pull numbers, you update dashboards, and you react to what people ask you to do. You are a human refresh button. Level 2, the diagnoser. You explain why something has changed and you find the drivers behind the numbers. Level 3, the recommender. You propose actions and you model the impact and you prioritize what actually matters. Level 4, the operator. You help teams execute on data. You define the metrics and you run the cadences. And then level 5, the strategist. You shape direction and you build measurement systems and you influence leadership directly. So here's a truth that no one wants to say out loud. When Suleiman says AI will be replacing white collar work, he's actually talking about level 1. And honestly, he's not wrong about that. If your entire value proposition as an analyst is just pulling data, writing some code, or just making it in a chart, then yeah, AI can do that. ChatGPT can help you come up with a a SQL query, or even a framework to write code. Copilot can help you do the same. An AI agent can probably refresh a report. That's the bottom rung though, and that's the part that's getting automated. But what can AI not do? It can't walk into a meeting and read the room. It cannot understand that the VP of sales is worrying about losing their job because of a bad quarter and frame the data in a way that gives them a path forward instead of just bad news. It can't just look at messy, contradictory data from 3 different systems and use judgment, real human judgment, to decide which numbers to trust. And here's another thing. Even in professional settings, 98% of people still have to edit their AI generated outputs. AI hallucinates, it gets things wrong. It will confidently give you the wrong answer and make it sound completely right. If you don't catch those errors, who will? I talk to hiring managers every single week, and let me tell you one thing that they told me recently. She said, we get thousands of resumes from people who all say they can do SQL and Tableau, etc., but what we can't find are people who can actually solve the problems end to end. And that's the gap. This is the blue ocean. Everyone is fighting to prove that they can use tools, but no one is proving that they can use the tools to solve real business problems, and that's where the money is. So the strategy isn't, is AI coming for my job? The question is, what level am I operating at? If you're still stuck at level 1, this headline should be your wake-up call. Not to quit, but to level up. Because levels 3, 4, and 5, those are people who are going to be more valuable now than they were before AI. Because now they have AI as their co-pilot, making them 10x faster at the strategic work that actually moves the needle. All right, quick pause. Now, if you want to land your first job in data analytics and avoid the lengthy mistakes that I did, click the link in the pinned comment where you can find the exact steps that my students use to land their job in data analytics without going back to school. All right, now let's get back to it. All right, so let's be real for a second, because I know some of you watching this aren't just scared of AI. You're scared probably because deep down you think that you've been building level 1 skills this entire time. And I say that with love because I've been there. When I first started learning data analytics, I was doing the same thing as everyone else, taking free courses that I could find, watching tutorials after tutorials, building dashboard after dashboard that looked pretty, or just following some sort of tutorial online, but didn't really solve anything. I was in motion, but I really wasn't taking real action. But let me ask you something, and be real with yourself. When was the last time you were able to build a project where you started with a business question and not just a data set? When was the last time that you built a project that ended with a recommendation to a stakeholder instead of just a visualization? And when was the last time that you could explain the ROI of your analysis, not just the tools that you use, but what would be the business outcome? If you can't answer those questions, you're not building real proof. You're just building a gallery. And galleries don't get you hired anymore. They just get you ignored because almost everyone else has them. This is the tutorial loop. And it's comfortable because it feels like progress. And I've been there, so I know firsthand. You finish a course, you get a certificate, and you feel productive. But the market doesn't pay for what you know anymore. The market pays for what you can prove. One of my students came to me after spending about 2 years of self-studying. 2 years. She had 15 certificates. She even went to a boot camp and 0 interviews. Not because she wasn't smart, but she was actually brilliant. But everything that she built was like a tutorial project. Everything screamed, I followed the instructions. Nothing screamed, I can solve your problems from day 1. So we rebuilt her portfolio using the framework I'm about to share with you. 3 projects, business first, stakeholder ready, and she got 3 interviews in about 6 weeks. And a role that landed about $75,000. Not because she learned any new tools, but because she learned how to use the tools that she already knew and show real value. So here's a mindset shift. Stop asking what tool should I learn next and start asking what problem can I solve with what I already know. That's how you go from being threatened by AI to being powered by it. Because AI cannot replace someone who thinks like a business owner. AI replaces people who just thinks like a toolbar. All right, so we've talked about what's actually happening with AI. We've talked about the analyst value ladder, and I've given you some tough love. But now let me give you the blueprint, because I'm not here to just scare you and leave. I'm here to show you the exact moves to go from level 1 to level 3 and above. Move number 1, learn AI as your co-pilot, not as your replacement. 74% of business leaders already plan on using generative AI specifically for analytics. It's not coming, it's already here. But the analysts who master AI aren't the ones being replaced by it. They're automating about 50% of their routine work and spending the rest of it on strategy, on insights, on the stuff that gets them promoted and noticed and drives the needle. You are the pilot, AI is your co-pilot. Learn how to fly the plane. Move number 2, develop deep domain expertise. Pick a lane: healthcare, fintech, marketing, supply chain, whatever it is, study it, because the next wave of hiring, companies won't just be asking, hey, can you analyze data and create a chart? Hey, can you just do SQL? They'll be asking, hey, do you understand our data? A marketing analyst who understands conversion funnels, customer journeys, and lifetime value will always outperform a generalist who just knows SQL. Data shows that specialists with broad context see up to 76% increases in compensation from entry to senior level. Move number 3: build proof, not just portfolios. Stop doing projects that looks like tutorials, and stop doing projects that looks like everyone else's. Build projects that look like business solutions. Every project on your portfolio should answer 4 questions. What was the problem? What metric mattered? What recommendations did you make? And what business impact would it drive? If your project doesn't answer those, it's just a gallery piece and not a sales asset. All right, move number 4: get visible in the blue ocean. Stop competing in the red ocean with thousands of other applicants for the same entry level positions. The blue ocean is filled with roles through referrals, roles created through conversations, and roles being found by being visible and specific on LinkedIn. That means building your brand on LinkedIn, networking with intention, and positioning yourself as the answer to a specific problem, not just another random candidate with a certificate. This is exactly the approach that my students are using right now to land roles at big companies. They're not just panicking about the AI headlines, they're using AI to work faster, building proof that solves real problems, and positioning themselves in the blue ocean where the competition is almost non-existent. It's not about luck, it is about strategy. All right, now here's where we tie it all together. Every single one of these moves is about climbing the analyst value ladder. Learning AI makes you faster. Domain expertise makes you deeper. And proof-based projects makes you credible. Blue ocean positioning makes you visible. Stack those 4 things and you're not just AI proof, you are the person companies are fighting to hire. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, hey Kadisha, I hear you, but how exactly do I do this? Where do I start? I got you. I put together a free training that walks you exactly how to build these skills: the proof, the positioning, and how to launch a 6-figure career in data analytics, even if you're starting from scratch, and even if you don't have a tech background, and especially if you're making a career change. This isn't just a random YouTube tutorial. This is the exact roadmap that I use and my students are using right now to get hired. The link is in the description. Go sign up while it's still free, because I'm not going to keep it up forever. All right, so I'll leave you with this. Every few months, someone with a big title at a big company goes on camera and says something terrifying about AI. And every single time the same thing happens. People who are going to quit anyway just uses it as their excuse. And people who are going to win anyway are just going to use it as their fuel. Which one are you going to be? Because the reality is AI isn't replacing data analysts. AI is replacing analysts who just refuse to evolve. It's replacing level 1 reporters who just think the job's about pulling data. It's not replacing level 2, 3, 4, and 5 analysts who think strategically, communicate clearly, and solving real business problems. It's not about learning to get a job. You're learning how to become valuable. And valuable people don't get replaced, they get promoted. So the next time someone sends you a scary headline, I want you to ask one question: what level am I on? And if you don't like the answer, change it, because no one is coming to do that for you. If this video gave you clarity, please smash the like button and subscribe, because I put out content like this all the time to help you cut through the noise and actually land a career that you deserve. And if you want the full roadmap, that free training link is in the description. Go grab it right now. I'll see you in the next one.